Yo, what's up? It's your favorite Samoan Barkeep here. So we are going to try out early times black top versus blue metal top. So stay tuned. Alright, so if you've been watching the channel at all, you know this is something that I've talked about. It's finding a black top. Everybody on Whiskey Tube does it. Which one's better, the blue screw top or the black top, the Sazerac or the Brown-Forman? So I finally was able to get my hands on a couple of the early times black tops. So let's do it. I wasn't planning on shooting a video today, but had a little free time, so I'm not going to blind it today. And I know, you don't get the best results if you don't blind it. But, well, guess what? It's my channel. I'm going to do whatever I want. Look at that. It's got a little... I've never seen that on a bottle before. A little piece of paper covering the top. All right. There we go. So the early times, the Sazerac has been open for a while. The black top, that's a fresh crack. So I'm gonna let these sit here for a minute, open up a little bit. And as usual, I like to highlight some hauls that I got. So I've got a few more bottles since the last time I've seen you all. So as you can see, the bar's getting pretty full. I've exceeded my budget for the next 10 years. So I've been doing a lot of flipping and trading to get bottles. So majority of these bottles are through trades, through flips. I got a couple of ones that I won as prizes. You know, as we always say, the bourbon community is so generous. So just, yeah, a few prizes, a few trades, and then, you know, some love from the community. So first off, Toast Malone in the house, coming through with a couple of cigars. We got a Liga Privada and a Papas Fritas. So from our good old standby Thunderbird cigars, Drew Estate had an event there last night. I had to work late, so I couldn't make it, but he got me a couple of cigars. So those are going to go back in the humidor for you know, one day we'll get to those ones. If you know anything about the Ligada Privada or the Papas Fritas, you know, hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think of those two. So thanks again, Toast Malone, for hooking it up. I love you, brother. All right. Before we go on to the bottle haul, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You know it helps the channel. We got to keep this going. I know I haven't been posting a lot of videos lately, but work has been crazy. We just brought on a few new people, so I'm been onboarding them. So hopefully now I can transition that work off onto somebody else, and I'll get back into having a little bit more free time. So, all right, the bottles. So I tried this one out at the buddy's house. Jack Daniel's bonded, 100 proof, shelfer. It's like 30 bucks. This is a very tasty bottle. I hate Jack Daniel's Old No. 7, but this one, just tasty. Get a lot of nutty flavor, a little bit of that Jack Daniel's caramel flavor, and it's just, for that price, that's a must-have on your shelf in my opinion. So Jack Daniel's bonded. Boom. All these bottles on the front of the bar here, these are all bottles that are for friends of mine. I've picked them up for them. They've been looking for them. So, all right, next bottle up, we got a Knob Creek Single Barrel Select, 120 proof, Single Barrel Select Bourbon, Warehouse K, Floor 4, Rick number 40, barrel date 10/18/2012, selected date May 17, 2022. So we're looking at about 9 years. So, and this is from B Liquors. I don't know where that is, but these Knob Creek picks are delicious. It's one of my favorite bottles. Again, they're very affordable, and a lot of times they are bangers. So this next bottle is from a guy out on the East Coast. I don't know if he wants me to pop his name out there, but I appreciate you for hooking me up with this bottle. So this is a bottle that used to be widely available, but now this is a distillery only, I believe. Don't quote me on that because, you know, I'm just an amateur. I don't know anything about whiskey. But this is the Evan Williams Single Barrel Vintage. So this one was barreled on March 27, 2014, bottled on January 28, 2022. So we're looking at about a 7-year-old Evan Williams product. There you go, the Evan Williams Single Barrel Vintage. So again, I have never tried that one, so I'm looking forward to cracking that bad boy. All right. Next up is another Knob Creek Single Barrel, but this one is a select rye. This one's coming in at 115 proof. Warehouse W-L, floor F-03, Rick R-025. And so this one was barreled in 2013 November, selected on September 2019. So it's about 5.5 years. So I've never seen this label before. Hit me in the comments if you've seen this label. I'm just assuming this is like the old label, so they probably replaced it with the new one now. But do something about this bar. Let's clean up these bottles. So next up, we got the 2XO American Oak. So 2XO came out with a couple of new bottles recently. I don't think it was that recent. I think they've came out a while ago, but they just made it their way to Washington, the hellhole for whiskey. So 2XO by Dixon Dedmond, formerly of Kentucky Owl. This is the 2XO Oak Series American Oak, 92 proof. So the American Oak blends bold notes of vanilla and caramel. You know, sounds pretty good. And so I think this one is, most of the 2XO bottles are pretty pricey. So they're trying to make a more affordable version. So this one was like $48, I think, something like that. And the other 2XO that just popped in our area was 2XO, 2 times oaked by Dixon Dedmond, the Tribute Blend. So there's that. I tried the Phoenix Blend, the Innkeeper's Blend. I was really a big fan of the Phoenix Blend. Innkeeper Blend, it was good, but it wasn't my favorite. The Tribute is the 3rd release in the small batch blend series from 2 times oaked. So each of these is created by blending select stocks of the finest barrels using the double barrel process. So, definitely looking forward to seeing how the Tribute Blend compares to the Phoenix and the Innkeeper. So the next 2 bottles are ones I'm not too familiar with, but another buddy on the other side of the country hand delivered me a couple of bottles. So these are from Good Times Bourbon. One of them is actually a blue agave spirit. So it's Casa Good Times Reposado single barrel blue agave spirit aged 6 months in a Good Times bourbon barrel. So this one is 111 proof, limited release. And so this one was a barrel pick by Red Hot Liquors. It's got the nice little orange dreamsicle agave sticker on the back. And that is what the front looks like. So, you know, I love tequila. So definitely looking forward to checking that one out. The other one from that same brand, Good Times, was Good Times Bourbon Barrel Strength Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 118 proof. And this one was finished in bourbon honey barrels. So there is that one with the little sticker. You probably can't see it, but it says finished in bourbon honey barrels. So I tried a one honey barrel finished whiskey at a bottle share that I went to a month ago or so, and it was a banger. So I've been looking for some honey barrels ever since, and that's the first one I've been able to pick up. All right, so if you're a fan of the channel, hopefully you know what my favorite distillery is. It was my most hated distillery for my entire life until I started trying some of the other products that they had. And so this bottle is the first one I've had of the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof in the full 750. So this one is 130.7 proof. And this one was bottled in 2022. So we have a bottle of the rye up here. Can you see that? Yeah, right here we get the rye. But never been able to find the single barrel proof. So I don't know what's happening with Washington, but just never made it up here as far as I've seen. So definitely want to crack that one. I've tried samples of a couple different bottles. Loved all of them. I love Jack Daniel's and all their special releases. So very excited to pick that one up. So the next two bottles are ones that came, this is like Back to the Future happening here. So I went back in time, way back, and picked out, let's make some space for these last few bottles here. All right, well, you can probably see them there, but these are two of the old versions of the Elijah Craig barrel proof. So we got the ECBP C918 and C919. So I've heard C919, see that batch there, C919. There we go. We can get a nice little C on that one. Boom. Heard that's one of the best ECBP patches. Heard that is one of the best ECBP batches of all time. So you already know. 918, 919. Boom. We got to crack those bad boys, see what they're like. So there's those two. And then finally, last but definitely not least, finally was able to get another bottle of Stag. So this is Stag batch 22B, 130 proof. And I got the 22A. So now he's got a little brother that we can compare. So that is the last bottle, Stag 22B. So like I said, most of these bottles were trades and flips. Bought a couple of them, but that's the haul for the most recent bottles that we've grabbed. All right, so again, in the comments, let me know what you think of it. All those bottles that we grabbed, any of those your favorites, any of those terrible, you know, let me know. And let me know what your hauls have been like. You guys finding anything? So I've been looking for that Maker's Mark cellar aged, no dice. Been looking for that Elijah Craig barrel proof, the C923. Heard that one's a banger. Has not hit here in Washington, or at least where I'm at yet. What else are we looking for? Oh, you know, Heaven Hill's releasing their Heaven Hill 18. So I don't have a chance in hell of probably getting that one, but you know, I'll still pretend like I'm gonna find one. And then I just got the news that I'm not getting anything in the Total Wine Lottery. So I'm now 0 for 3. No dice on the Total Wine Lottery either. So, you know, we've had some good luck anyways finding bottles. So, you know, let's get into this early times. So luckily tomorrow I'm going to go see my boy Lee up in Pine Lake. So he just hit me up and said that he had a group of people come through that were repping the Samoan Barkeep. So I don't know who you are, but appreciate you for, you know, going and checking out Lee's store. Definitely frequent that store. He's got the best selection for a grocery store, best prices, and he's just overall just a cool dude. So go talk to him about whiskey. Ask him about some Armagnac, you know, cognac, whatever you want. He'll hook you up. All right, early time. Let's go. All right, well, let's start with the one we haven't tried yet. All right, so the Brown-Forman version, early times. It's good, a little spicy, a little hot. For 100 proof, it's feeling like it's a little more than that. But all right, well, contrary to what people have been saying, to me, these taste almost identical. So this one is a little bit different. I'm getting a lot more spice on this one. I know it's probably the same mash bill, same everything, but could be that this one just opened and this one's been open for a few months now. But I'm getting a little more heat, a little more spice on this one. It's good. I mean, both of them are good. If I had to choose not being blind, I'll go this way. This one is just, it tastes better, more flavorful. This one, it's good for a, you know, $20 bottle of bourbon, but you know, back when I did my budget blinds, this one was not my favorite. So anyways, I say Blacktop wins. I'll do a real blind at some point so we can really see which one I like better. But for now, we're going Blacktop. All right, well, thank you for checking out the channel today. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Cheers. Blacktop all day.